Christopher Timothy. I'm the American. Now I said it again. No any Ghanaian, no any black will enter heaven. Say heaven or what? Black may be a count yourself out. Whether you are bishop, archbishop, or pastor, Freemind, you will not go in there.
Yeah, I was here. Yen we see time. Mesra say Obaya no bomodina share why. Yen we see time cry. I'll just take about 20 minutes of your time. Obaya bomodina share. Nipa kakra bia baba so bia na ye de dwumadi na share so. Mame Araba France, me mwakwaba. Mesra biem say Obaya bomodin na like it na share and keep your comments coming. Send bia dwumadi no. E betimi akọ nanim. Okay, abusuafo yen hyase me pese yesua de kakra me pese yesua de kakra me pese menuanom Kristofo munya entiase ye hwe me mintimi force o say jaiwosom and as I mintimi force o say don't believe in anything there be you have your freedom, you have your liberty to believe, you have your liberty to belong. You have your freedom to be a Christian or a Muslim or whichever religion you deem fit. You have the liberty. Now so, nyame pesa oti ase ne say, the way I must see afa nyame somne asore no nyesa na tie. And then Bible church am nyama bia ni so amamo hu what actually is going on. Mame fa infoni we enkyere mo. And me posting infoni we on my Facebook page. Enfoni we ya muhwe edan fefefe ya muhwe enye sa akode fie enye recross fie enye jezi fie enye stone boy fie enye tracy boachi fie enye eye blacko fie there be. This house doesn't belong to any musician, politician or any businessman or big man in Ghana. There be oba no share. This house, if you fefe ya moshi, if you Presbyterian Church of Ghana, omwesi, ediama omo moderator, baby moderator of Presby Church or betnano enie. Presbyterian Church of Ghana, see this nice mansion, ediama dia moderator. Se ontine mu na onfili sanye beya obetimi asom asore no osompa. Now, me pesa oti bibia se enye se bia eye me ya se press before esisa edan we e de ama moderator there be enye me ya because me no I don't expect anything from the Presby church. Neither do I expect anything from any pastor. I don't expect anything from anybody. Eti enye me ya se Presby church esisa edan we say the moderator enkotinemu there be. Nebum pesa oti bibia se yeti Ghana ha na kwasie wuade nsem bitu da kwasie wuaka ase yemfa asori sika enhwe den asori ba muntie bie pao yeti Ghana ha na kwasie wua. Let me play that video. We cramming kasa video no ha. I don't have to talk too much. Let us remind ourselves with this kwasie wua's video. Why na me ba say me play video where we are me bie nsem ani so ama mwanyam ho ntiase ide ka yenti anase yenhwe video no.
Trust him. Mama Casam be Messi. Yam far sorry sick a marsh or a back, said you quite juma. Yam far sorry the sick as mammy Camuntia. Terry, sir, I sorry sick. Near Tom, near the Amassor Bass said you quite juma. And then correct that. Yam far sorry sick. I'm not the Montia aye. Yam fa sorry the second church go fish. Montia aye. And yes, I'm the bayareda come for a nache until I was sorry in the victory. And yes, sanity.
Yeah.
And yes, sanity.
Yeah. Me we see time on this video because video we buy a check. Meaning some more social media now will be a video eti and some more kwasie wakan. Maka kakra bi. Kwasie waka say yemfa asori sika emmoa asori ba. O se yemfa asori sika no sempo sa asori ba kura yareda hospital a yemfa asori sika mmoa no yemfa asori sika emma asori ba se je kwaye adwuma kwasi awu ase yenya ne saa nanso picture ya abuhwe ya edan ya Presby Church esi ama their leader who happens to be the moderator maybe some say ye the idea sika and I see sad way. I'm asking all of you Christians, sad way ya abuhwe ye the idea sika and I see ye yamfa bonsam sika o yamfa sika a free heaven ye the asasi so hasika ye the cities ye the asori sika and I see sad way. It be so say si amfa asori sika emboa asori ba. How come say the same asori sika ne de yet me this is such a beautiful mansion and the moderator say on tinemu on in the bushia for entinemu on having the best of life. My mention my dear eya mo ka se bia botaka se na the church money belongs to God. The church money belongs to God. Sa kasa no munya ika. Sa kasa na ya mo ka se the church money belongs to God no. Sa kasa no munya ika. Because no money in this universe belongs to God. Because the universe does not recognize money. TMA power. The universe does not recognize money. The universe doesn't know money. So even if God exists, God does not recognize money. So there is no way a money can belong to God. And in America is gold, a product of the universe. Gold, a sika anameboa. Gold, a universe no, a nature and a maya gold. Now so gold no, nature anka say a sika muntie me power. Nature created gold as just an ordinary metal, maybe for us to use for metal fabrications. Eti nature anka say gold yesika debi. Eye nipa ena ye ma gold value. Diamond, nature anka say diamond esika debi. Eye nipa ena ye ma diamond value. So nature or God never created money. Human beings created money. Sanebaya ebetimi aboa yen ama yetimi edi edwumadie no ama ebia se me hia bibi na se mini na se wonso wa menu mienu betimi aye exchange without we having problem. So nature doesn't know money. And if you know say or if you believe we say God is the one behind nature there and here it means that God also does not know money. It is ikana mojijo wa sorry dem no. Enye heaven eko. Heaven has no central bank. Heaven no central bank be anyone. If even heaven exists, heaven has no central bank. Heaven doesn't have any currency. It is sikana amoji of Presby Church mu. Sikana amoji of Pentecost. Sikana amoji obi nim ni obofo ni sa asofo ni na asori dem no. Sa sikano enye nyame dia. If you give money to the Presby Church here, you have given that money to the church, not God. Learn to differentiate between God and the church. Say, we Africans, we already had that belief in God before the church came. Meaning, God existed before the church. Because we already had that belief in a God before the coming of the church. Before the coming of Christianity, meaning God existed before the church. God existed before Christianity. It is almost say sikana and sorry no geno e nyame dia maybe some say before the coming of the church na sika ben na nyame edi. Answer me that question. Some say and see this na mo gia e yakwase awu amu na agi bikum chacha obia agi bia o mo de to cast akese de obohono mo say e nyame dia. And I'm telling you, say, if you have to go back to history, God already existed before the church came. It is no nasika ben na nyame edi nasika ben na yakopon odi na juma nasika ben ya bibisamo. Enti sa sika na mode ma eye ensori no. You only give that money to the church. Send be ya ma sofo no will have a good life. Ask yourself, say this is the residence of the moderator for the Presby Church. How many Presbyterians are living in this kind of mansion? I'm asking all of you. How many of you churchgoers? How many of you Christians are living in this kind of mansion? So if your pastor deserves to live in this kind of place, why can't you, or don't you also deserve to live in this kind of place? If you think that your pastor deserves to live in this kind of mansion, why don't you think you also equally deserve to be in this kind of mansion? The church members are living in deplorable areas. Most of the church members are living in slums. Most of the church members are living on rentals. Most of the church members are frustrated. They go to work every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. They go and give their monies to these churches. And these churches use these monies to provide themselves better accommodation for their leaders. These churches use these monies to pay their pastors. And as of for the bar, almost saying, "Yami na afre omo." Me amitie Facebook and afre me. Mamen kanisa. Facebook and afre me. YouTube and afre me. Enti anya me followers said yes say ombetria me ka debi. Enya me followers said yes say ombetwa video so no. I click on the advert no amame. The more they watch the videos and the more they click on the advert, and ebema YouTube and as a Facebook etiamika. Enti enya mo na mo frɛ me. YouTube na frɛ me. Social media na frɛ me. To say social media na etiamika. Enti mo say nyame bi na efrɛ mo di anko say sa nyame no otimi tua mo ka. But in this case, esan say enye nyame bi na efrɛ omo na make an say na emom make an say omo na etu omo hu si wo say ombesa adwuma na mo fe no nyame adwuma nti ekoba ne say eye musika na mo de ma omo no eye noa na omo sa de tua omo hoka. Because no God has called them. If a God calls you, that God is supposed to pay you. If a God calls you, that God is supposed to take care of you. And I must say, Christianity and your religion, and you're following the footsteps of Christ. Matthias here, Christ is very he never lived in this kind of mansion. Christ is very and then the moment you talk, oh Christo Nibaka will say, as someone where in the Bible can I find it? The moment you say something, a Christopher will ask you, say, where in the Bible can I find as someone now can mean? He says, Be put the Bible no more. A Christopher don't want to even do it. For them, their whole life is dependent on the Bible. It's either the Bible has commanded me to do, or I won't even do it in the first place. It may be someone say, a fan and a Bible natural say as for a living good. Yesu Kristo say ye je de posa obawiasia na bra bona musi mudi eche no. Yesu Kristo never led this extravagant life. Ni preach ye na wa obi akapre. Eni frafo a osa ye yade eni ye so onante ye eni omu a Yesu bua omu ina no wa ani obi akapre. So how come say today your pastors are taking all your money and living in big mansions? Your pastors are taking all your money and living in big mansions, whilst most of you are living in dirty environments, deplorable areas. How come? And almost say the church must not pay tax. Almost say, sorry, no, I saw for bread, and to be pure, I say, I saw for any assortment taxi, they are not signing panel. Say, on Tina, me, I say, and how they say a whole lot of crap. A whole lot of nonsense. Sorry, no, they make 100% profit. Sikana, sorry, Jina, every money that the pastors, that the church takes from you goes into the church account, untaxable, and they are living in this kind of mansions. They don't want to pay taxes. And then maybe some will say, sorry, no, some faswani dien. Ghana muwe, for some faswani dien. The world can move on without pastors. The world will still be the world without Christianity. The world will still even be better without the church. And I can boldly tell you, say, plumbers, any masons, truck pushers, sabi, ye mi no more poor or multi toilet no. etete graphic ni tiru ni ade. Almost so mfaso eche asofo. Because you cannot live without a plumber. So who see that you need the services of a plumber. You cannot live without a mason, a contractor, an engineer. If you are building, you need their services. You and I cannot live without doctors. We can't live without nurses. We can't live without pilots. We can't live without people who manufacture mobile phones. But you and I can live without the church. You and I can live without pastors. COVID-19 was an example. Said the world can move on or live without pastors. We don't need them. Actually, the pastors need the people. The people don't need the pastors because they need you. They'll keep taking your money to sponsor their flamboyant lifestyles. But you, the congregants, don't need the pastor. Without you, the pastor will go hungry. But without the pastor, you will not go hungry. So between you and the pastor, who need the other? The pastors need you more than you need them. So pastors are the most useless people on this planet. And the pastoral work is the most useless work on this planet. The church is the most useless institution on this planet. And all the money they take, they fail to pay taxes. The moment you bring the issue of tax, now muna Debbie, Nyamisika, men found sanka, maybe so said, Sada way ya wushi, above for the sea yana. Sada way ya ocean, and you Gabriel, and Michael, and I be see yana, maybe some. You say this money must not be taxed. They take your money, they use those monies to build ultra-modern mansions for their pastors, for their leaders. Whilst the members, most of you are still living on rent. Wow, I know say most of you, your rent is due. Your landlords are giving you pressure. But your church leader does not have the pressure that you have. Almost saying, I share what them would dear now was slow. Now so my soft for no she share. Almost at them would dear waha. Say die we ya or so for no cotton. Is it not the thing of the world? If you have in a buy, did this mansion descend from the sky? Did this mansion come from Jerusalem? Did this mansion descend from heaven? This mansion was built with worldly things. This mansion was built with with the resources of mankind. Now, suppose I and the Riasi Cham, Yafayasin Comabia, and the Riasia dear, and the Riasia dear, and I'm Pesicado, and the Riasa, the root of, can't say, the root of all evil is money, or money is the root of all evil. Poverty is the root of all evil and not money. And what is the contribution of the church in your life? Don't tell me salvation. Nobody can prove salvation. Say heavy, say heavy anyhow. Say Israel na mina ebo wiase. And I say Bible mu Nyankopon say eye ono na ebo wiase. Say enye ono aminu mienu yenim. Ni na ya tesem. And someone Bible no kan na ya tesem. Asem bia e wo Bible mu ani Quran mu bia e ya tesem. Say no kra, say no kra yenim. E Bible na eka. E Quran na eka. Say no kra, say ya tro. Minu mienu yenim. Almost say, sad dying way are things of the world. But today your pastors are enjoying those things of the world. They are now owning private jets. They are now living in mansions. They are now having all the luxury. And they later come and tell you, say, oh dear, you will give them your money with no benefit. I'm asking you, you will give them your money with no benefit. Almost sikano yen timipo fa muao say asori ba ehia muwa yese branyam mpaye ma and go home believing say actually by next week God will answer your prayer. But if your pastors are in need, this is what they do for them. They construct houses for them. Obi say, may God have mercy on you. I don't need the mercy of God. Even if God exists, that God deserves my mercy. Do you know why? Even if God exists, that God deserves my mercy, not the other way around. Why? Because he created Satan and Lucifer that he could not live with in heaven. And that God threw that Satan to me, to massacre me here, to make my life unbearable here. So if that God exists, that God rather needs my apology. Or he needs my apology, not the other way around. Eti, Samo, God have mercy. I don't need that mercy of a God. Me here some mercy, no. Me crab no say me dey born nature no. Me mpo no say me dey sa nyame no born nature. So bonsam, when me mpo ne bonsam wantena. Na when ku bonsam ato bonsam ma me, I should rather forgive that God and not the other way around. Me biwa jimu ase God have mercy. Me biwa jimu. Oni die, oni fie, oni sika, oni kapre. E komo dew. Se busime wu na se unua bia wa broche ama no sika ubuada. But your little money you make from selling tomatoes, the little money you make from selling garden eggs, the little money you make from selling cassava, yams and plantain and whatever, you give those monies to these pastors to build this kind of mansions and live in them. And you are telling me, say, God have mercy. God have mercy on your own poverty. God have mercy on your stupidity, not me. Etimon re kakra. Etimon re kakra. Osofu de ohia dan ya efemewa. Osofu de ohia a conducive place to live. By you the church member. Who de we hear me? Bibisao. Who de we hear me? Meboa. Who de we hear me? Osofu de ohia. Who de we hear meboa. Enti wo bisa wo se mo tight ya mo twei. Any offering ya mo de ma asofui. E na ka mo save ye. Efrimra wo sha se twa tight. Efrimra wo sha se twa offering. E na ka wo save is asika na. Ebia for the past 5 years how much will you be having by now? Ask yourself. You have been paying tithe for the past 5 years. You have been giving offering for the past 5 years. Se ka wo jai twa e na wo save is asika na. How much money would you be having by now? Ebia by now no, you could have bought yourself a piece of land. But you decide, say, no, I will never save that money for myself. I will give that money to the church. Madria me say, Sikana me de ma sorry no me de ma eye nyankopon. Obua. Even if God exists, He doesn't need your money. He doesn't need your city. He doesn't need anything from you. So what makes you think, say, an almighty God who created this universe cannot live without your money, cannot live without your offering? What makes you think so? I'm asking all of you. And we are saying, nah, or people that believe in God. Who go India, they believe in the Buddhist God. The Buddhist God is not money hungry like the Christian God. The Muslim God is not money hungry like the Christian God. So why must the Christian God be so money hungry? Make you want me and we are saying now, or some be a fake. Now so ever say, oh, Christianity there is more fake than the rest. Because you don't go to the mosque and see Muslims giving offering or paying tithe. They don't do that. The moment you see Muslims giving money in the mosque, it means somebody is in need and they are going to use that money to help the person. But the Christian God is always hungry for money. I need money. Give me money. Money, money, money. Where's your tithe? Where's your offering? Give me money. Pay seed. Hey, sow your seed. Where's the money? Give me money. And when you give the Christian God that money, this is what the Christian God does with the money. On fam where here for. Or say, sorry num say obimpu wu a. Say batam sika pa dia bwane dia nka wonwu. And this is what they do with their money. The Christian God now see ewiase mon fa wiase nko ba bia. Christian God now see ewiase twam. Christian God now see he who has the love of the world does not love the love of the Father no. This is what the Christian God is doing with sikana bode man no. On fam where here for. On farm where he have or they see big mansions. This is where your pastors are living. Or Buffalo and all the now they are living in Trasaco. They are living in better places. Whilst you, the members, are living in poor neighborhoods. Etimon re kakra. Enti wa bisa say osofo a ote sa dan we mu. Osofo a ote sa dan we mu ne wu a ote efimu. Was a well regata, would be open go round them. Senamu, not a moon now heaven poor. Between war and it's hard or soft one, why they Lucy. Oh, they would hear what we are say. Oh, bre what we are say. A reality day, you never enjoyed the things. So ask yourself, logic and common sense. A dear thing and Yamibi, Babo say, Meduko, we are say. Na areas na me do kono, ma provide everything for you. Ensuo ma provide, gold ma provide, diamond, bibia wo wiase, go to the world and make something great with the resources a media ma wo no. Utu kwan free heaven bedru wiase a wo say, sa nyuma na nyame de ma wo na wiase de mente ompe bone wo ho nti ompe. Oh dear, you rather be poor. You rather stay poor and be poor than to be rich, because it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Near brainwash you, blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom. Near brainwash you to believe we say poverty is accepted. In Africa, poverty has become a culture because the people are so happy in poverty because they have been brainwashed, conditioned to believe we say after this world they are going to inherit a place to be a much better than this world that they are living in. Say ewiase we yenkwasi asem na say ewiase nioma yenkwasi asem a, why did God provide this world for you? Men can tell me say bonsam be mu na ema ewiase be yenkwasi asem nyame emra na oba bonsam no na woni say bonsam be boni anase na woni eti na woni say bonsam be boni atia na eti na okọ ahead eba bonsam. Let me tell you something. The reason why Satan is the most wonderful character in the Bible or in religion. Satan is the foundation of religion. If you ask me, I'll tell you, say, Satan is the foundation of religion. Today, should Satan die, religion has come to an end because you run to the church. You give all your monies to the pastor because of the fear of Satan, because of the fear of going to hell. So if that fear is taken out of religion, religion will die. That is why Satan will never die. God will rather kill his only begotten son than to kill Satan. God will rather destroy the whole world with flood than to kill Satan. God will rather burn down Sodom and Gomorrah than to kill Satan. God will rather kill people that he sees to be, committing sins or crimes. God better kill those people than to kill Satan. Satan is the pillar of the church. Satan is the foundation of the church. And I make a tell say, foundation of the church, only ho. Satan na muso na enunti mode musika nyina ma so ne sa Satan no oni ho. Menua yemie yadwemu o. Yemie yadwemu na yen wise up. The church is making billions. The church is making millions in a day. And they don't want to pay tax. God doesn't want his money to be taxed. But he wants his followers to pay tithes as taxes. TMA power. God doesn't want his money to be taxed. But he wants you, the followers, to pay taxes. Nyansa pay pa the wo. What kind of God or creature is this? Na me sa chire say edan we if you are Presby Church of Ghana, Omosiama the moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. If you are esi amano enono. Se onko tinemu na onchil na se na so wua wasa akotwa anigye no so heaven. Yes, if you are man say ontrem no onchi na so wu so a wasa akotwa anigye no so heaven. And the members are in Ghana, they are suffering. The members are in Ghana, they are suffering. Oh, sorry, I will be saying, and the church. Why are you not talking about the church building hospitals and building schools and whatever? If the church build hospital, that hospital is not for free. So if you go to the hospital of the church and pay money, ask yourself, where is that money going to? The money is going back to the church, into where Papa said robbing Peter to pay Paul. The church, building hospital, Accra said robbing Peter to pay Paul, because at the end of the day, the money still go back to the church. Eti anyashi. So you see, hospital, another school or whatever, anyashi, because the money is going back to the church. And what do they do with that money? These are the things they do with the money. Etum wise up. Etum wise up. Udu sika me nyamia ma nyamia mo say anase o say sika written in idea. You keep giving your small monies to these churches, to this God. Hey, dear, no, this is why is the Christian God so broke? I don't understand. Why is the Christian God so greedy for money? I need money. So ask yourself, today they are saying, say, contribute towards the building of a national cathedral. And the Christian Council, the presidency, the government, the pastors, as someone or more can say, Ghana for now contribute towards the construction of a national cathedral. Emma, also for being put on social media, catch them say, forget about the hardship and contribute towards the construction of a national cathedral. But the church alone, Presby Church alone, can single-handedly put up this kind of mansion for their moderator. The Presby Church alone can single-handedly put up this kind of ultra-modern edifice looking like a mall for their moderator to go and live in. Now, so when it comes to building cathedral, they are almost say, Ghana for both the rich and the poor and contributing. Adena mumma ye dada musa. Adena mumma ye di mwatemsa. Adena mumma ye di mwadji diagrosa. Adena mumma ye di mwadji diagrosa. Yo. Me ensem bia meka wa ha bia enya for Jimmy for. Wa Jimmy a onti masie da. Yeah. Me ensem meka wa ha no wa Jimmy a onti masie da. Now beti masie na akechi. Most of you, by the time you get to the level where you come back to agree with me na akechi. Now what worry and you couldn't make anything meaningful for yourself in life. By the time some of you will come to the realization, you say, "Me someone making na no krena aye too late." I'm telling you, now aye too late. Oh, they say, let me give you this assignment. Kwatnasi na checking. A free mirror osha se kwa sorry. Sika odiama eye asori no. Ene nia when you free asori no ho. Go and make this calculation and balance the equation. The churches do nothing for you. The church cannot even help people. Abribiano, they are the ones who need help from people. They say, because the Muslims don't go to church, they don't die. The Buddhists don't believe in the Christian God, they are not dead. Even Chinese don't believe in the Christian God, they are doing far better than Muhammad Biaye, Yesu, and Israel Name, and Yesu, and Yesu, and the Mone. About issues of gayism, Diana, I sorry, yampini, hey, gayism, hey, and yet, metiasia, and yet, yampini. Now, so the energy, sorry, no, and the fighting gayism, no, I was expecting the church to use the same energy to say, government, yatiasia, we taking too much money. We are ready and willing to give out 50% of our money as taxation to help in building the nation. We are ready to give 50% of our money as taxation to help in building the nation. But in this case, the moment you make mention of taxation, as I say, young penny, you ask yourself, where does all that money go? Heaven, even if it exists, omundi cedi, omundi naira, yendi dollar, yendi euro. But they lie to you. Say asori sika. They lie to you, say asori sika. So take for instance, also for me to say akwesiewua, Pillar of Zion. Sika pia ojibiano remains in Pillar of Zion. Untaxable money. Sika pia ojibiano eye ono akwesiewua ne dia. No pen no de ye. Mosa asora mo say ai nyame na ehira no, nyame bia nhira obi o. Binia menyimi tie me. Nyame bi nhira obi. Wo a woti we. Sabusmi bia na ka wonya over 100 people bringing you tithe and offering every month ending or every Sunday or every Monday, Tuesday or whatever. You would have also become rich like akwasi ewua. But the fact is say wunya sa privilege no na obi na enya no nkyere say nyame ahyira sa nipa na wo de wonhyira wo da bi nyame nhyira wo bi nyame bia de wa wo hyira nipa. Listen to me carefully. Nyame bia de wa wo hyira nipa. Eya mo na mo hyira wo mo. Eya mo na mo hyira wo mo. And me am social media yi. So me do level be whereby I be me making big money every social media. And then nyame bi na hyira me o. Eya mo me followers mo amutie me. Any more mo share me videos. Any more mo like me. Eya mo na mo hyira me. Enye nyame. Because without you, I wouldn't have gotten to that level. Without you, I would not have gotten that money. So when you make money from your church members, make I say nyame na hyira wo, nipa na hyira wo, nipa na hyira nipa nye nyame. Nipa na hyira nipa enye nyame, me nya wanka. Money o soft is how die we mo. And out when I usu. And now sorry arehodom kwa no ato ena samai fofro no fui odi sika wa you ofa koma ye kra odi ato nsianam sika de kum ye kra samai fo asamado ye kwa ye ma o ye de ato nsianam sika de kum ye kra samado osofo no onto sika de kum ye kra onto arehodom o chele and dia no de chele odu sika na chele the process of the church. Yo, if we are saying no, we are there a bit balanced. The smart will always use their brains against the less smart. If we are saying we are there, say the smart or the smartest among us will always use their brains against those who are less smart. We'll be say the kind of attacks merely expose your ignorance and deep-rooted hatred for the church. I don't hate the church. The church is a scam. The church is a Ponzi scheme. The church is a criminal organization, so I have no business to do with the church. Why? I don't like the church, of course. I don't like people who scam people. But I don't hate them. I have no, hatred is a burden to the one who is hating. The reason why I can even hate the church, but the reason why I don't hate the church is as a result of the fact to say, hatred is a burden on the one who is hating. Because if I decide to hate the church, I'll just raise my BP and get sick for nothing. So I don't like the church, but I don't hate the church. But like India, I don't like it. Because the church, according to me, is of no use. It's the most useless institution ever created on this earth. The church and religion, the most useless. And for so pia ni so, I saw it for so pia, I saw for him for so pia, or we are criminals. Jessica Odema Omono. They have nothing better for you. Stop giving them money. But if you continue to give them your money there, then the church must be ready to pay taxes. What you say? The church must be ready to pay taxes. We are criminals in Timudi fool. About taxi there was Mudi fool. Most of us see ourselves say, yeah, for we are cinema come here, yeah, for we are cinema come here, and I will pay scattered, and we are cinema, and we are cinema, and we are cinema. Say, Saturday way, I am punching your man boy. Saturday way, I having your man, and we are cinema boy, I am some phone your man, I am some other your man. And that way, if we have a buy, a some other, if we have a buy, having me boy. Nipa, ya the sikane see ye. Ya the nipa sika. I saw for sika the see that way. And just trouble from the see ye. And free heaven a buy ye. Ye be my dream mumpe. Ah, ye be my dream mumpe. Jimmy sa. Ye be my dream mumpe. When I want to you mumu why? I grad Accra na Ashasi and monko no deliverance. And I grad that the azan. Or the yananum sume bumu and a sikagari 828 sikagari 828 sikagari 820. I grab that the bosom bumo and then I grab that Bible and I or study the same Bible bumo. I grab that monkonemo deliverance. Some of you one chimney do seriously. Some of you one chimney ama with chimney no cannot be quantified. I grab that bumo. And I grad that say was Accra. Was that Bible edi bumo. No, I'd rather you hold in start to be so now we're trying to answer. Hey, woman of God, Mama Pat, woman of God, what dear Jimmy, what Jimmy, dear. Go and give your money. Huh? Keep on giving your money to the church. Yeah, me fuaso. Why? Keep on give them your money. Me fuaso. The pastors need your money. Go and give it to them. Let them use that money to do the work of God. Me fuaso. Go and give them your money. Go. Just go. Me fuaso. I support you. It's a very wise thing to do. Give the church your money. I support you. God will bless you. Go. Knowledge is for the few. Wisdom, knowledge is for the few, not for the masses. Knowledge, nyansa, is for the few. All right. Nyami sha ni panke wiase ko bia ni hia. Nyami sha ni panke wiase ko bia ni hia. Obi ti form faduane wo form e da interchange asese nyami na ehira ni. O hira hwan? Nyami na ehira ni panka me say anke wiase ko bia ni hia, because I don't know why a God, an all-loving God, an unconditional God will bless Amma and not bless a fear. It is a nyami na ehira ni panke wiase nka. No Christian must be poor. Be wiase e ka omo a ehia omo mpo anka e Christians. I beg him, come to my inbox. Come to my social media inbox. And I free my chairman. I'm hungry. Oh, free my chairman. Give me money. Oh, free my please. My mother is sick. Oh, and they are all church goers. You give them your money. Sunday they go and pay church and they go and pay tithe and pay offering. But they always come to your inbox to beg for money. Now me biwa jimu say, and God have mercy on you. Nonsense. Me biwa jimu. More who I beg is more stress cases so biasika and a chairman, please help me. And I say, but this same person or type offering, what has the church done for you? What has the church done for you? Mudi criminals we na mudi musika ina na mu jimi mu na ye ka kire mu so a mudi am say jimi na de pe. Who jimi na me to say why jimi as jimi na de pe. What has the church done for you? The whole world. What has the church done for humanity? West Africa, West. At least the church is able to help one way or the other. Bragana, 1,000 congregation feeding one pastor, 1,000 congregation feeding one pastor, one slave queen, one slave king and the slave queen, 1,000 people feeding them. Everybody levy at the church, yeah, Ghanaians must pay levy, go and pay levy, pay levy. But when you tell them to pay taxes, they say no, do not pay. But when it comes to levy, they tell you, say, go and pay levy. Pay levy. But you pay tax. They say, no, do not pay tax. And you support them. You support them. Why? Because you are a fool. I'm telling you. You support the church not to pay tax because you are a fool. What do you need? Who did you pay tax? I saw there be a man in Jia. In Namisika, no. Or the other any. This is what they do in Namisika. They see much like a seer. This is what they do with the money of God. This is what they do with Nyamisika. Nyamisika nenye. Yesu Kristo kra. Chesa mose mudi na namwechi. Yesu na mudi na chino. Obe wiase mpo no wanchili say. Yesu be wiase no. Si eje di mpo say obe wiase a wanchili say. Wantra man shimu. He was born in a manger. He lived a life of a poor man, a papa. Today you are rich at using the same name Jesus. The Bible employs more than Microsoft. Facebook, Google combined. But they don't pay tax. The Bible, Jesus employs more than Microsoft, Facebook, and Google combined. They employs millions of people and receive gargantuan money. Pay tax, they say no, do not pay. Hooligans and criminals. And you see the entire, you say, you hate the church. Must I like the church? Is it by force for someone to like you? Must I like the church? I don't like criminals. I don't move with criminals. If the church is a criminal organization, I'll have nothing to do with the church. Why, sir? Why, sir? Why? Yeah, why, sir? So there, why? So here to not everybody is meant to be wise. there should always be a balance. Male and female, the foolish and the wise, light and darkness. You are supposed to be there. You understand? So if you are a fool, Kumchacha is calling. Go and give your money to Kumchacha. Or for now, they need your money. Coronavirus buy. Now opinion that's what the TV so at the Momo account out to gas send your money to him through Momo. Hey, now mo Jimmy there. Some of you, Jimmy there, me dream woman tiasie. Opinion. It makes that TV so catch them say I here musika. Eddie trying TV ka. TV no poor. And I say TV as a company now will be the crap. The TV alone cannot pay the bills. Here musika. So send your money to him through Momo. No friend share bills. And you give the money to him thinking say, oh the sasi kana menyame. Wara. If the truth stares at you and you still insist on believing the lies, it's up to you. If the truth stares at you, but you still insist on believing the lies, it's up to you. My other friend, my only work or job is to tell you the truth, which I have done. Our story has come. Even if there is God, God has not called anybody. God has not written any book. God has not invented any religion. God does not need your money. God does not need anything from you. Wise up. Some of you can't even feed your parents. Most of you, some of you, those living abroad. Bosumi wu na se o mame kra phone frɛ o se akosia. Bosumi de mente o nka o oja o mame kra de nie o. Awa menua mame o mame ja nya botre awo brin mu na wo hamadu se afi kra na me ko me sika kra mai na o bo fu. Now the Bosumi Bia, you have your tithe to send to Ghana. Bosumi Biano, you get your tithe to send to Ghana to give to some rubbish pastor somewhere. Charlatans and criminals. Okay. A word to the wise is enough. Freemind chapter 3 verse 1. A word to the wise is enough. I've done my part. You work for your money. I don't work for you. You are the one who is employed. I'm not employed. Adambua. Most of you say, go and find some better work and do. I don't have any better work to do. I'm hungry. I'm not employed. That's why I don't pay tithe, because I don't have money. So you have the money, go and pay tithe and give your offering. I don't pay tithe. I don't give offering because I don't have the money. I'm jobless. That's why I'm sitting on social media. You have the money, go and pay tithe and give offering and wait on God. Your blessings will come. And surely, God never disappoints. I'm telling you the fact. God never disappoints. Your blessings will come. Don't worry. I have never seen the offering giver. I have never seen the tither who is instantly blessed than the pastor. You give your 100 Ghana, your 200 Ghana to the pastor. The pastor is instantly blessed. For you go home and wait on God, which might never happen or might never come. Wise up. Adrian that will trim use. Why? Adrian that will trim use. Ajay that will trim use. Word to the wise enough. Jordan, Alomenu, Jordan. She said, you are my number one top fan. Jordan, I salute you. I thank you so much for the love and the support. I thank you so much. Mo basi na ma share na more like na ma comment. Ni na ne boa e ma dwumadi enti me konanim. RMG will say church is business and scam. RMG, you can't force sense into people who are not ready to, embrace sense. Wisdom and knowledge is not for everybody. Seriously. My life is at risk because the leaders, even the Pope, knows this truth. The Pope, the Vatican, they know this truth that I'm telling you. But they don't want you to know because they still need your money. If you become wise, you stop giving them, giving your money to them. So knowledge is not meant for the masses. Yeah, now everybody don't come so be Debbie, I am very sacred. And Accra, before you can listen to me live, you pay subscription. I'm telling you, because this knowledge is not for free. And before you can even listen to me live, you pay subscription because me the amount free now own power, you pay for it. If I'm giving you this knowledge for free, now own power, you pay for it. It's not free. Most of you don't even appreciate it because they're free. Yes, you answer. Now you wise up. If you is either you are wise or you are a fool. And the wise always use their brain on the fool. They take advantage of the fool. Yeah, also for Fienie, why? The leader of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the Fienie. Wow. Like looking like a shopping mall. Wow. This is a very nice house. Wow. This is heaven on earth. Wow. I love this house. I love this house. This pastor get class, man. Hey, present for you, Charlie, you guys get class, man. This is a very lovely house. Wow. Let the pastor live in and let the poor members die of starvation. Nobody cares. After all, for you, you go and eat and enjoy in heaven. Blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Here we have for we see as any we know with the chairman. Obviously, George Inshira, because I'll say, may God grant you common sense. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm waiting for the common sense from your God. I really appreciate it. Jordan Alomenu, thank you so much. Nana Yao Jemfin, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The God who could not give David common sense. They're going to sleep with somebody's wife and sending the husband to die on the battlefield. The God who could not give David the common sense. They're going to sleep with somebody's wife and sending the husband to the battlefield to die so that you can have the wife. It's not good or it's a sin. That God who could not give David that common sense is the same God you are praying to give me common sense. Anyway, my friends here. Everything for your best answer here. Why? Bye bye.